7 hidden phrases women say when they secretly desire you. She's saying more than you think. Have you ever walked away from a conversation with a woman thinking, was she just being nice, or was there something more? Here's the truth most men don't realize. When a woman is genuinely interested in taking things further, emotionally or even physically, she doesn't always say it outright. In fact, she often won't. Instead, she drops subtle cues, specific phrases, small comments that, if you're not paying attention, can fly right past you. And that's where most men miss their chance. Because while she's testing the waters, you might be brushing off the signal entirely. Not because you're not smart, not because you're not experienced, but because no one ever told you what to really listen for. That's what today's video is all about. We're diving deep into 7 key phrases women use when they want more, but won't say it directly. These aren't cliches or pickup lines. They're the real, under-the-radar things women say when their guard starts to come down and they're opening a door quietly, hoping you'll notice. And here's a heads up. The last 3 phrases are the most revealing. If she says one of those, trust me, she's not just being friendly. So, if you're tired of second-guessing yourself, if you want to sharpen your emotional radar and finally learn to read between the lines the way confident men do, stick around. Let's get started. Number 1. I feel like the temperature is rising. Let me ask you something. Has a woman ever said to you, wow, it's getting kind of warm in here, and you just nodded, thinking she was talking about the weather? If so, you're not alone. Most men completely miss the real meaning behind this phrase. You see, when a woman says, I feel like the temperature is rising, it's rarely about the room or the climate. It's a coded cue, a way of signaling that she feels a shift in the energy between you, a growing heat, an emotional closeness, or even physical tension that she's not quite ready to admit out loud, but she feels it. And she's quietly testing to see if you feel it too. It's a soft nudge, nothing aggressive, just enough to spark curiosity or open the door to a more intimate space between you. Here's the psychology behind it. When a woman feels emotionally or physically drawn to a man, she often uses metaphor. She'll talk about warmth, heat, or energy, not because she's avoiding the truth, but because that's how attraction safely leaks out, subtly, poetically. So what should you do when this happens? Don't overanalyze or joke it off. Instead, give her a slow, warm smile. Match her energy. Maybe lean in slightly, make eye contact, and say something like, yeah, it does feel different, doesn't it? Let the moment breathe, because what she's really saying is, I feel something between us. Do you? And if you know how to respond, that's where connection deepens. Number 2, you smell great. Now, let's talk about a phrase that seems harmless, almost too simple, but carries far more weight than most men realize. When a woman tells you, you smell really good, she's not just complimenting your cologne. She's revealing something deeper. Here's why this matters. Scent is one of the most powerful emotional triggers in human psychology. It bypasses logic and hits straight into memory and feeling. Think about it. Have you ever caught a familiar scent that instantly took you back to a moment, a person, a place? Women are especially attuned to this. So when she comments on your scent, she's not just noticing. It means you're leaving an impression. You've entered her awareness in a sensory way. That's attraction on a primal level. And the real kicker? She didn't have to say anything. Most women won't. So if she does, it means she's tuned into your presence, and she likes how it feels to be around you. Here's the mistake many men make. They brush it off. Say thanks and move on. But this is a doorway, a quiet invitation. It's her way of saying, I notice you. I like something about you that I can't explain. Your move. Keep it smooth. Look her in the eyes, smile, and say something playful like, glad I wore it just for you. Or if you're more stoic, just hold eye contact and let the moment simmer. Because when she says you smell great, she's not just talking about your cologne. She's talking about you. Phrase number 3. I really like this part of your body. Alright, now we're stepping into deeper territory. When a woman tells you, I really like this part of your body, whether it's your arms, your chest, your voice, even your hands, this is no longer casual. This is her crossing an invisible line. Why? Because for most women, complimenting a man's physical features, especially specific ones, is a bold move. It's not just appreciation, it's intentional attention. She's letting you know that she's observing you closely, and she likes what she sees. And here's where it gets even more interesting. If she touches you while saying it, a quick brush on your arm, a playful tap on your chest, then her body language is speaking louder than her words. That kind of touch, it's not accidental. It's signaling comfort, attraction, and most importantly, permission. You see, attraction is rarely expressed directly. It unfolds in layers. And when a woman compliments your body, she's not only expressing interest, she's inviting closeness. She's saying, I feel drawn to you physically, and I'm curious to see how you'll respond. Now, a lot of guys freeze up here. They don't know what to do. But if you understand what's happening, you'll stay grounded. You'll meet her energy with calm confidence. So what should you do? Don't overreact. Just smile. Hold her gaze. Maybe return the compliment, gently and respectfully. If the vibe is right, mirror her touch with something subtle. A light touch on her back as you talk. A slow, intentional pause between words. Because here's the truth. When she praises a part of your body, she's not just flirting. She's testing how safe she feels getting closer. Phrase number 4. I suggest we find somewhere more private. Now this next one, it's not subtle. When a woman says, I suggest we find somewhere more private, she's not talking about better lighting or less noise. What she's really saying is, I want to be alone with you. This is one of the clearest verbal invitations you'll ever get. But here's where most men get it wrong. They either freeze up, afraid to misread the moment, or they rush forward without any emotional awareness. The truth is, when a woman says this, it's not just about location. It's about emotional safety. She's testing whether she can trust you in a more vulnerable, unguarded space. Think about it. Women don't take risks like this lightly. If she suggests moving somewhere more private, it means she feels a certain level of emotional comfort and chemistry. The tension between you two has reached a point where she's open to deeper connection, but she won't say it outright. Instead, she gives you this opportunity quietly. So how should you respond? Not with arrogance, not with assumptions. You respond like a man who's grounded, someone who doesn't rush, but reads the moment. Lean in just slightly. Lower your voice. Say something like, that sounds like a good idea. Let's go somewhere we can actually talk. You're not promising anything. You're just matching her energy, showing that you're aware of what's happening, and that you're capable of leading it without pushing. Because here's the truth. When a woman offers you privacy, what she's really asking is, can I trust you with the real me? Handle that moment with grace, and you'll unlock a connection far deeper than just physical. Phrase number 5. You look really good today. Let's talk about a phrase that sounds simple, but if you know how to hear it, it speaks volumes. When a woman looks at you and says, you look really good today, she's not just being polite. This isn't small talk. This is a deliberate compliment, and in most cases, a green light. Here's the thing. In male-female dynamics, especially when a woman respects herself and values how she's perceived, she won't hand out direct compliments lightly. When she compliments your appearance, your shirt, your eyes, your vibe that day, it means she's not just noticing, she's seeing you differently. She's drawn in. Think about it. If she wasn't attracted, she'd stay neutral. At most, she'd offer a casual nod or a smile. But when she takes that extra step to verbalize it, she's crossing into personal interest territory. And here's where most men mess up. They either downplay it or miss it entirely. They brush it off like, oh thanks, and change the subject. But this kind of compliment, it's not just flattery. It's her way of saying, I like what I see, and I want you to know that. So how should you respond? You don't need a clever comeback. You don't need to outdo her with more words. What matters is your presence. Hold her gaze. Smile slow, confident. Let the energy hang for a second. Maybe respond with something light like, so do you? Or just tilt your head and say, I was hoping you'd notice. Let be felt. Because compliments like these, they're not just nice, they're invitations. And how you respond sets the tone for everything that comes next. Phrase number 6. I feel safe with you. Now, this next phrase may not sound flirtatious at all, but to a man who understands women, it's one of the most intimate things she can say. When a woman tells you, I feel safe with you, don't underestimate it. That's not just comfort, that's emotional surrender. It means you've crossed through her mental filters, the doubts, the tests, the subtle resistance, and reached a place most men never do. And here's the secret. For many women, feeling safe is the gateway to desire. Not just physical safety, but emotional safety. The kind where she can let her guard down. Be soft, be playful, be fully herself. You might think she's attracted to the guy with the flashiest car or biggest muscles, but what she really remembers is the man she could exhale around. If she tells you this, it means she sees something in you. Your calmness, your presence, your control. That puts her at ease. And when a woman feels safe, she opens up in ways that go far beyond words. So if you hear this, don't just smile and move on. Honor it. Keep your tone steady, your energy grounded. Maybe say, I appreciate you saying that. That matters to me. Because when she feels safe with you, she's giving you something rare, access to her deeper world. Number 7. I never say this to anyone, but... And finally, if a woman says, I never say this to anyone, but pause, because something powerful is about to happen. This is her way of opening the vault. She's about to share a thought, a feeling, or a story that she normally keeps locked away, and she's choosing you to hear it. This phrase isn't about the words that come after. It's about the trust embedded in that moment. She's testing. Can you hold space for me? Can I be real with you without being judged? Men who are only focused on what to say next often miss this. But men who listen, who feel the shift in tone, who stay fully present, are the ones who build true intimacy. So what should you do? Don't interrupt. Don't try to fix anything. Just hold her gaze. Know it. Let her speak. Because sometimes, the most attractive thing you can offer is silence without pressure. If a woman trusts you with something she rarely says to anyone, it means she doesn't just like you. She respects you. She's curious about what could happen next. And most importantly, she's ready to go deeper. Don't miss the signal. So let's take a step back. You've just heard 7 phrases, each one seemingly ordinary on the surface, but loaded with deeper meaning when it comes from the right woman, at the right moment. And here's the truth, brother. Most men miss these signals, not because they're blind, but because they've never been taught to listen beneath the surface. They've been taught to look for obvious signs, to chase certainty, while real attraction unfolds in the gray areas, in tone, in timing, and the unspoken. But now you know better. You know that when she says, you smell amazing, or I feel safe with you, she's not just passing time. She's inviting connection. And when she says, let's find somewhere more private, or I never say this to anyone, she's cracking open the door to something deeper, something most men never get to experience. Here's the bottom line. Women don't need a man who reacts fast. They need a man who responds right. So from here on out, slow down. Listen carefully. Let your awareness sharpen. Because attraction doesn't shout, it whispers. And if you can hear it, you'll move through the world with a confidence that other men will never understand. If this video opened your eyes even a little, do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let me know in the comments. Which of these phrases have you heard before and now see in a completely new light? You're not just here to play the game. You're here to master it. I'll see you in the next one.